Okay. Oh, whoops. Let me mute that. Yo, what's up, guys? Just want to get this out to you. If you guys are in Florida, the Hurricane Ian is just now making landfall. So I just want to get this news out to you guys. I used to do this type of stuff with the protest and whatnot. If you're new, what's up, Openor? How you doing? How you doing? How's your day? And look at this, guys. For those who want to move to Florida, I don't know what you're on. Look at those winds. That is crazy. I've never seen anything like this before. At all. Never. But I am restreaming this from another streamer, so shout out to him. I'll have his channel in the link in the description below. This is crazy. I just wanted to show you guys how crazy this shit look. This is insane. Wow. Katrina. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. This is only Cap 4. I mean, wow. I feel bad for the people who stayed. I don't know why you would stay, because I'm hearing that that it's supposed to be what 12 feet of water, 12 to 15 feet, no 18. I had to stream this. Yeah, we will. I think a lot of people underestimated this one. It's gonna be bad. I just got a feeling. So if anyone, it's still not too late to. Wow, I guess it's too late in these areas. It's too late. Yeah. Ugh. It's some crazy ass shit. I've never seen a wind blow that hard. That is crazy. Who would want to live in the States? Wow. But again, shout out to severeStudios.
No, because Surgy 9 went down. Surgy 9 went down. We're over half a mil without power. We're actually over 620,000 people without power. Captiva, Florida just registered 126 mile per hour gust. Captiva's in the eye. Captiva's in the eye right now. So as it went over, which means about when it went over Sanibel Island too, where Surgy 5 was, 126 mile per hour gust confirmed. Turn on some of this here. Cape Coral, 101 mile per hour gust. Punta Gorda, 106 mile per hour gust. Bonita Shores, 94 mile per hour gust. Pine Island, large limbs and trees are snapping off. Yeah, we've got lots of reports coming in. Keep them coming, Freddie. Appreciate that. All right, let's see here. see what our chasers are up to here. So what we're up to here is watching this manufactured house or trailer get demolished. And I think Scott Peak is still in Punta Gorda. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm checking with him and I'm finding out. Little water break. $36,000 people watching this YouTube stream. We appreciate you. And we appreciate everyone giving super chats. I have to look back here as much as possible. Bernie, thank you very much. Lori said thanks to you. Thank you again.
Again, this is crazy. Shout out to severeStudios. This is insane. If you guys are in this state, I would get the hell out of there. And yeah, this is bad. This is like literally my first time seeing a hurricane, you know, in action. Now I've seen like aftermaths of hurricanes a lot, but not in action like this. This is crazy. Wow. But I'll be coming on and off the mic, guys. I'm just watching this, sharing this with you guys. Make sure you smack that like button.
Let's see here. Ryan with a super chat. Thank you, Ryan. I think Lee Thornton. L.E. Thornton. Thank you. Chris, thank you again. All right. Kyle, Scout, Edward. Thank you guys so very much for the super chats. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for subscribing. Edward, thank you. Zach says, Camera 9 went down fighting. Sure did. Okay. Updated information here. Hurricane Hunter aircraft. Air Force Hurricane Hunter aircraft says minimum pressure is now down to 937 millibars. That is a strong, powerful, dangerous hurricane. 937 millibars. Again, we've had confirmed gusts to 126. Anything over that, the anemometer is going to fly off anyway. All right? So, that is the most up-to-date report we have from onshore that we can give you. 126 miles per hour. All right. Well, looks like 9 is done for, so we'll bring up another one. All right, Freddie, let's replace 9. Everybody say goodbye to 9. Let's replace 9 with 7 at the Venice Fishing Pier. Freddy. Placing 9 with 7. Tornado warning for Brevard and Osceola County in Florida till 3 o'clock. You can see those tornado warnings in the bottom left corner of your screen. We're trying to cover everything. Tornadoes are brief. This hurricane is not. Forget what I said now. 7. All right. Here comes 7. We had 7 up, 7 up. We had 7 up a little earlier. And now 7 is back. This is at the Venice Fishing Pier, and that is where we're heading. Okay? Venice Fishing Pier is right here. And the brunt is heading there now. Let's see if we have audio from there. I don't know if we do. Let's see.
Yo, what's up, Exile? Good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. This is currently a Category 4. It's hurricane, and I'm just streaming from another stream. You know, I've never seen a hurricane in action before. This is my first time. I got the original streamer's information in the description below.
7 Eastern Time. This is continuing coverage of Major Hurricane Ian from Severe Studios. Exclusive cameras, exclusive coverage on severeStudios.com, on YouTube, and on the Weather Channel television network. And we thank you for being with us. My name is Corey Hartman with Severe Studios. Out and about, we have Jordan Hall and John Humphreys. We also have Scott Peak. And we have our surge cams. Our surgy cams. These are unmanned cameras that are in hardened cases with multiple networks for internet. And the impacts of Ian are being felt across the region. We've lost a few cameras. We've got 9 cameras stationed up and down the coast, and we've lost a few of those as...
This is beyond nuts. This is insane.
with entire vending machines and playground equipment and parts of buildings and businesses and houses floating by camera 9 and crashing into our camera, which has now gone underwater at Fort Myers Beach. We have 36,000 people watching on YouTube. We thank you, each and every single one of you. JC, thank you for the super chat. Got to do some more shout outs here. JC says, is this the new Aquaman trailer? Kristen. Kristen sends a super chat and says, my house is near Laguna Lakes, 10 minutes from Fort Myers Beach, and her internet is down at her house. Blink and Ring are both down at her house. Kristen, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hope everything is okay. Hopefully it's just a power outage or internet outage. Good luck.
It's just getting stronger. Just the more I watch it, it's getting stronger and stronger. This is crazy.
Wolfson's World. Thank you, Wolfson. Reticent Grace. Are the Storm Chasers okay? Yes, all of our Storm Chasers are okay right now. Hopefully it stays that way. CCLGA sends $20. Thank you, CCLGA. Alio67. Thank you. Jenny Lynn, thank you. Francine, thank you. Kadar sends $10. Thank you, Kadar. And again, thank you to everyone watching here on YouTube. 36,000 people watching right now on YouTube as Major Hurricane Ian makes landfall in Florida. And again, things going from bad to worse in Punta Gorda right now. Let's go ahead and take that a little bit larger for a while here. Those palm trees are blown right to one side now. It's hard to see the harbor there or the channel anymore. Surf coming off of there, wind, rain, and again we've had at least one confirmed gust of 126 miles per hour as this storm has come on land. Again, over 620,000 people without power already. That number is only going to grow as this storm is not slowing down yet. It's going to be a while. So again, you're looking live at Punta Gorda, Florida. This is one of our surge cams that we've mounted on a bridge. This one's pretty secure, but those palm trees are waving like mad. That's Punta Gorda. Then we go to Englewood, Florida. I just keep watching this power line sagging further and further and further, closer and closer to the ground. Debris flying through the air, winds of at least 100 miles per hour. And you are in the thick of it right now in Englewood. I don't know if Englewood's going to get the clear part of the eye. I think the clear part of the eye is going to go right over Punta Gorda if it keeps going the same direction. So Englewood, you're just going to be in it for a while. Same with Fort Myers Beach. You're going to be in it for a while. Our Fort Myers Beach cam went down after being under 13 feet of surge water, and our Sanibel Island camera went down after at least 130 mile per hour winds pounded Sanibel Island. So that's what we've got going on here. Again, the worst part is always the northeastern quadrant of the storm, and that is heading towards South Punta Gorda Heights. It's there now. Punta Gorda now. Port Charlotte now, where most of our chasers are. Northport, Englewood, Minnesota Key, and heading up to Venice. And look at camera 8 here. Look at camera 8. The strongest winds I've seen so far in Punta Gorda are happening right now. And that matches up almost perfectly with the radar. This band, this eye, it's the eye wall, and it's the northeastern quadrant of the eye wall, is into Punta Gorda right now, and that camera is doing its work here. Surgy 8. And that is getting the brunt of it right now as I look at all the different cameras. Punta Gorda is getting the worst that we can see right now, although it's not that much better in Venice. All right, here's the Venice fishing pier, and not much better there either. So again, still a strong Cat 4, 1 mile per hour away from Cat 5. 4 or 5 doesn't matter, catastrophic. 13 to 18 feet of storm surge. 126 mile per hour wind gust already confirmed. Much more than that, the anemometer is going to blow away anyway. It's not going to matter. So 126 to, who knows, 160. All right, so let's see here. Mike Bettis tweeted out a video that I cannot show you. Oh, it's our video. Okay. Mike Bettis sent out the tweet here a little bit ago, so I'll go ahead and retweet that, considering it's from severeStudios. All right, let's send that out. Thanks to whoever sent me that link. Okay, I was trying to figure out where Scott Peak was, and Scott is just south of Punta Gorda. And I can't really tell. It looks like his camera has locked up. But Jordan is back in Port Charlotte. So many people asking questions. Internally. Can't, buddy. Okay. All right. All right, so just so you know, when I'm off the microphone, I am answering media literally worldwide. That's not a brag. That's just exactly what's happening. Worldwide media attention here. I've been in radio and television since I've been 14 years old. That's 30 years. You do the math. And Corey Hartman here with you at 2:47 Eastern Time. 2:47 Eastern Time. Major hurricane impacting Florida as we speak. Camera 9 went underwater. 13 feet of storm surge is what I'm going to say. Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. Roger, thank you for the super chat. Holly, thank you. Lisa, you're amazing. $20. Thank you. Okay, ready. Sends a $4.99 super chat and says, this is what I'd hoped of the information age. Us too, although we've been doing it for 15 years. Has anybody hearing from Fort Myers Beach? No, unfortunately, communications are down and our camera is now down. Becky in NOLA says, I'm in New Orleans and I know how Florida residents feel, and prayers for you all. Greg, thank you for the super chat, keeping us informed, praying for family in Inglewood. Inglewood is getting some not great stuff right now. Kind of got the brunt of it there. Might be easing off just a little bit. Our camera's a little bit inland, but I'm not seeing quite the damage as we saw Fort Myers Beach. Although that was some crazy wind and a ton of surge. Justin, thank you for your super chat. Zen Scout, thank you for, I think that's another one. And Dawn Don, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Is that Don Williams? It sure is. Don Williams, thank you. A million times thank you. And let's see here. Joseph, Milo, you guys are all rocking the chat. Okay, a bunch of people asking about the Cape Coral vicinity. Yep, Cape Coral's in it right now. We just don't have a camera there. Okay, we can't put cameras everywhere, but we can put more out with your help. And with the huge help of the Weather Channel as well. Our media partner with this coverage here. So yes, Cape Coral is in it. Here's the radar, close up. Here's Cape Coral. Fort Myers Beach. Fort Myers Beach, it's going to let up a little bit here. Fort Myers still in the thick of it. Cape Coral still in the inner portion of the eye wall. Suncoast Estates, Palmona Park, Punta Gorda getting absolutely slammed right now. Charlotte Park, Cleveland, Port Charlotte, heading toward Fort Ogden. Northport, Venice in it, Nokomis in it. We have a second Venice cam that we'll probably get to here. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, Freddie McKinney helping me out. Freddie, let's go ahead and replace 1 with 4 from Venice, Florida. A little bit further north side of Venice. So we've got the fishing pier already on here getting slammed with Sergi 7. But I want to take and get 4 up here from Venice. Freddie's already got it. He's faster than me. That's why he's helping me out. All right. Here comes new camera for the day. This is actually at Humphreys Park. I don't think any relation to John, though. Spelled differently. Okay, so that is where we're at here with this Venice cam. And again, that's further down the coast. Or I'm sorry, it's further up the coast. Further down the coast at the fishing pier, it looks like this. And definitely stronger winds there. Okay, so fishing pier right about here. Somewhere in this general vicinity. And the eye wall just getting there. And the park is more up here. Okay, so Surge Cam 4 is further north. Surge Cam 4 is a little bit further north and not quite getting all up in there just yet. Okay, this is the business end of the storm from Fort Myers to Punta Gorda to Northport to Venice. That is where things mean business right now. Looks like Cam 3 is struggling. We might have lost Cam 3. We'll see if it comes back. I'm sure internet and power getting very difficult there in Inglewood, but for right now, we've lost the Inglewood cam. Sergi 3, we'll see if it comes back. Yep, and there it is. These cameras auto reset. Part of our technology here. And again, give it up for John Humphreys, who built all of these cameras. And John and Jordan Hall deployed them. All right, lots of people asking the exact location of our surge cams. Obviously, can't give out, exactly perfect details here. But our Inglewood camera is located, I believe it was Beach Boulevard, or let me see here. Is it Beach Boulevard? Let me see if I remember here. Beach Road. It's just Beach Road. Okay? It's located where Beach Road goes across to the Inglewood Beach Park, Chadwick Park. Okay, that's where that's located. Yes, landfall is when the eye crosses any land, but it is when the eye crosses, when the center of the eye crosses, which is happening right now. Delia, thank you for the super chat. Thinking of family members in Newport Richey. Yeah, landfall is happening right now. Landfall, again, is when the center of the eye crosses land. And the National Hurricane Center will have to tell us that exact information.
Again, guys, I am still here. I'm just covering this for you guys, just in case you guys are in these areas. I hope you guys aren't. This is so bad. But make sure you guys smack that like button, share this out, check out the original streamer. Shout out to him again. This is potentially a Category 5 hurricane now, guys.
Here in Inglewood, as the eye wall is raking over that area right now and heading on up toward Venice, and Punta Gorda also getting quite a bit of wind right now. As we look at that just a little bit closer, there's Punta Gorda. Haven't really seen any debris fly by there yet. That's about the only piece of good news I've got for you right now. Jordan Hall streaming live from the Port Charlotte area. Scott Peak was also in Punta Gorda, but his internet is down. right, good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Corey Hartman in severeStudios headquarters, just after 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And the National Weather Service, the National Hurricane Center, says that Hurricane Ian is about to make landfall. And they are saying that the winds are still 155 miles per hour. That puts it at a Cat 4. Again, the National Hurricane Center says landfall is happening as we speak. And again, landfall is when the center of the eye crosses land. 122 mile per hour gust reported by the Cape Coral Fire Department. We had some people asking about Cape Coral in the chat room on YouTube. And again, just go to youtube.com, search severeStudios. That's where we are if you want to jump in the chat room, okay? 122 mile per hour gust at Cape Coral. The sustained winds were 102. 102 miles per hour. Sustained and gust to 122. Cape Coral Fire Department. All right. You are looking at 4 of our 9 cameras that have been placed by severeStudios along the Florida coastline. We've got we've got 2 from Venice, 1 from Punta Gorda, which is getting hammered right now, and Inglewood, which is struggling to stay live, but it is doing a pretty good job. And the business end of the storm is from Cape Coral to Fort Myers to Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, Murdoch, Northport, back to Inglewood and Venice. That is the northeastern quadrant of the storm. It's where the strongest winds will be. And Port Charlotte getting hammered right now on Jordan Hall's live stream. Okay, so all of these areas, Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte, is getting the worst right now. All right. All right, so let's give you a rundown of the status of our cameras. Camera 1 in Fort Myers Beach is still working, but it's very dark. Camera 2 in Manasota Key is down. Camera 3 in Inglewood is struggling, but still up. Camera 4 you see from Venice Beach, working great. Camera 5 from Sanibel Island went down a couple hours ago, at least 130 mile an hour winds on Sanibel, likely more. Likely more, but it went down a couple hours ago, maybe even 3 hours ago now. We have been live for over 5.5 hours, so things start to get a bit blurry. Let's see here. We have a camera at Siesta Key. That's further up the coast. Not a lot happening there, but that is Cam 6, and Cam 6 is still alive. Sergi 7 is at the Venice Fishing Pier on your screen. And without a doubt, where the worst winds are right now, where we have a camera, is Sergi 8 in Punta Gorda. Sergi 8 in Punta Gorda. And our final camera, camera 9, which is no longer working, went under at least 13 feet of storm surge in Fort Myers Beach, Florida, before it gave out. It ran underwater for a long time. And I think it got hit by debris, or it's so far underwater that it can't get to any sort of internet anymore. So again, our camera in Manasota Key is down, so we don't have any information on that. But you are seeing Inglewood there. And lots of debris laying in the road and very strong winds. All right, so over 35,000 people watching on YouTube. We were real close to 40,000 there for a second. We appreciate you sharing this. And of course, we had some pretty dramatic video coming in from Sanibel. Pretty dramatic footage coming in from Fort Myers Beach. And that's when we were peaking out at about 38,000 people watching, which is just mind-blowing, and so is the ability to still see most of these cameras. So again, Ian is landfalling right now. Storm surge, 10 to 18 feet of water possible in some areas. And most areas haven't even seen the worst conditions yet, and the eye is only moving at 9 miles per hour approximately. So it's not moving very fast. This is going to be going on for hours yet. And a new extreme wind warning is out. And that runs from Bonita Springs all the way up to just south of Sarasota. Bonita Springs up to Sarasota. Includes Cape Coral. Includes Fort Myers Shores, Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, obviously, Englewood, Northport, Hull, Arcadia, Venice, and Osprey. Extreme wind warning is when there is confirmation of 115 sustained or greater. And that is issued by the local National Weather Service office. I believe in Tampa with this particular one. Locals know the area as the South Jetty. Okay. Well, that is where Surgy 3 is at, I guess. Surgy 3 is at the South Jetty. Thank you for the information. Where is camera 8 approximately? So camera 8 in Punta Gorda is on one of the channels in the southeast. Yeah, the southwest side of Punta Gorda, near Ponce de Leon Park, if that helps at all. Thank you, Reese, for your donation. Dan, $10, thank you. Praying for family in Fort Myers Beach and Cape Coral. Gappy, thank you. I don't know where all my moderators went, but help me out here, people. OGZ Lab says, lived in this area 20 years, hoping that the camera stays up so we can see the calm of the eye. That will be interesting if it stays up. Checking to see if any of our other cameras have come back, and so far they have not. 9 is down, and 5 is down, and so is 2. So we still have 6 of 9 working. Tony, thank you for your donation. Tony with an I, wishing all Florida peeps to be well. Again, we thanked Carol a little bit ago for her donation. Ray, thank you. $9 for camera 9 and $1 for the water bottle. Uh-oh. It's water time. Let's go ahead and do that. Thank you, Ray. Don't you hate when people do that? Drink and then go, ah. Okay. But we have to stay hydrated. We've got hours more to go. Tina, thank you for your donation, your super chat. People asking how to do a super chat. I'm not begging for donations here by any means. All these people are giving of their own free will. We thank them. You don't have to give me a dime, a dollar. You don't have to give me anything. We're just glad that you're here watching. Okay? But Tina gave $7.99. She says, thinking of all of you, please stay safe, from Australia. Okay? But people are asking how to donate, and you just use the little $ under the chat. Okay? You got to be on YouTube, though. YouTube.com or YouTube app. If you're watching somewhere else, you got to be on YouTube, on the platform, and just search severeStudios. You'll find this stream again. And then if you want to donate, you just go right under the chat window right there. And there's a little $, and we appreciate that, okay? Andre says, are there any cameras further up the coast, like near Tarpon Springs? And while we were going to put cameras up there originally, because that's kind of where it was going, Clearwater, Dunedin, and Tarpon Springs, we had a shift to the east and south. And so, I mean, thankfully, the Tampa Bay area was on the back side of this. Not saying they're not going to get any impacts at all, but Tampa's really lucking out because it looked like it was going to be a Cat 4 right into St. Pete. And we didn't get that. But please don't forget about your friends further down the coast, okay? We got major problems in Panama City Beach. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was saying. Not Panama City. Obviously not Panama City. Fort Myers Beach. Too many years of too many hurricanes. Okay, so Fort Myers Beach. Major surge. At least 13 feet of surge before our cam went offline. Sanibel Island, I have a feeling, is going to be decimated, especially along the coast. Real concern for Cape Coral. Real concern for a good chunk of the Fort Myers area. Northport not doing great right now. Port Charlotte not doing great right now. Punta Gorda definitely not doing great right now. Look at Cam 8. You know, we've been watching 8. We've been watching 3. So let's look at 8 from Punta Gorda. Not a great shot there. 100-mile-an-hour winds, at least, ripping across there. Winds have come back up in Inglewood. They were down for a bit, but they've come back up. And camera, again, struggling a bit, but staying up. And lots of debris there. Back to everything we have here. Jordan Hall still chasing it here in Port Charlotte. Hasn't taken shelter just yet. And Scott Peak's camera, that's the last frame we had from his before the internet went down in Punta Gorda, as roofs were ripping off of trailers in that area. Okay, just catching up with the chat again here. Again, yes, camera 9 went down. Okay. Thank you to Madonna. Thank you to SD. Thank you to Jennifer, asking for cameras on Boca Grande. And no, the closest one we have is the Englewood cam, Jennifer. Osmosis Kicks. Thank you. Heidi, thank you. L. Dinos, thank you. G. Powers, thank you. Tosh Girl, thank you. Thank you very much. Tosh Girl 226, $20. Any cameras near Northport? And again, yes, the Venice cams obviously are just west of Northport. That's the closest one. Let's see here. Nicholas says, my parents live in Sanibel Island. Well, I hope they evacuated, Nicholas. Jennifer says, Jennifer doesn't say anything. Jennifer says, here's $10. John, thank you. Jason, thank you. Katie, thank you. Catching up. Steven, thank you. Celestino. Buzzards Bay. Steven. Coscat. Scott. Richie. Thank you, thank you. Gustavo, thank you. If I mispronounce your name or I mispronounce Tarpon Springs or Tarpon Springs or any of these other towns, I apologize. Got to give a huge shout out here in the chat just now to Gustavo Ferrero. Gustavo Ferrero, buddy. I mean, I don't even know what to say, okay? $150. Actually, that would be pesos. Just looked at the chat. Not $150, $150 Uruguayan pesos. Thank you anyway, Gustavo. You're still cool. All right? Got to do the foreign exchange rates, I guess. Bill asks, how high was Sergi 9 mounted? It was at least 10 feet, maybe 12. Steve says, thank you, Corey and the Severe Studios crew. You are welcome. Gene, $20. Thank you. Darren, 10. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for watching us. And thank you for watching The Weather Channel, our media partner for this significant Hurricane Ian. All right, we blew right past 2 o'clock. It's almost, or right past 3 o'clock Eastern. It's almost 3:20 Eastern time. Corey Hartman speaking to you from Severe Studios headquarters. I'm safe and sound in Wisconsin. But Storm Chasers Scott Peak and Jordan Hall and John Humphreys are in the eye of the hurricane. We have live cameras here. The only place exclusively that you will see these cameras, this and the Weather Channel television network, as Weather Channel TV showing Naples, Florida, with cars underwater, right up to the roofs in Naples. Okay, we didn't talk about Naples very much. Way down here. We didn't put a camera down that far because we just couldn't get that far. I mean, we started up here north of Clearwater. We thought that that's where we were going to be deploying cameras, but we had to slide all the way south here. I see a flash flood warning too. We'll talk about that here in a second. But the Naples area, again, I'm on the Weather Channel just a minute ago, seeing surge water all the way up to the roofs of cars. So surge in Naples. That means surge in Bonita Springs as well. All right, flash flood warning. Let's get to that here. And we have a flash flood warning for Charlotte, Manatee, and Sarasota counties until 7:15. 3 to 6 inches of rain has fallen, and another 3 to 6 inches possible. Flash flooding is likely ongoing. Okay, so that's this whole area here. Venice, Northport, Sarasota, Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, Sarasota Springs, Venice Gardens, South Venice, Nokomis, the whole area here. This whole area here. From South Sarasota down to Inglewood, over to Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte. Okay. Flash flood warning. 6 inches of rain has fallen. Another 6 inches is on the way. All right, back to live coverage here in just a few minutes here on Severe Studios. We'll have more live coverage in just a couple of minutes here. Just taking a little break. Okay, here we are. We're back. It is just about 3:30 Eastern Time. Corey Hartman here with you from Severe Studios headquarters. And from time to time, we just have to pause and take a little break. You know, you do 5, 6, 7 hours straight, and you know, you got to have a little break here and there. So we are looking at radar. We are looking at the eye of Hurricane Ian, which has just made landfall at Cayo Costa, or Costa. I'm going to say Cayo Costa. Costa K. The K at the coast would be my guess as to what that means. 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time, about 23 minutes ago. 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time near Cayo Costa. That is where landfall happened. And it happened with a Category 4 Hurricane Ian. Category 4 Hurricane Ian. So Cayo Costa is an island in Lee County, Florida. And that's where they're saying the official landfall was. So that is between Captiva and Boca Grande. Between Captiva and Boca Grande. Well, we have something stuck to camera 3. Looks like a piece of debris has landed on the camera, probably a leaf or something. Hopefully it blows off with the wind here. Conditions really deteriorating in Venice at the fishing pier here. And that eye wall is getting there right now. You can see here, that eye is right there. The fishing pier is right there. A little bit further up to the north is where Cam 4 is. So as that goes north, we've got more cameras to look at. And it looks like Punta Gorda is going to get right in the center of the eye if it keeps going the direction it's going. Let's see. Big old raindrop in the middle of Sergi 7 there. Looks like the debris flew off of 3. Don't have anything underwater right now as far as our cameras are concerned. I'm sure Sergi 9 is still underwater after what it went through earlier at Fort Myers Beach. Once again, if you're just joining us, Ian made landfall as a Category 4. Category 4 at Cayo Costa, or Costa. And again, I'm sure somebody in chat will let me know how to pronounce that. Thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to everyone that has done a donation super chat here today. We really appreciate it. Punta Gorda still not looking great, but the Venice area, now it is your turn. And here we are from the fishing pier in Venice, and you can see things are going downhill in a hurry. There's chunks coming off that little hut down there. The palm trees are bent one direction. From time to time, it's hard to actually see the pier itself. And a reminder for you that our cameras are exclusive here on YouTube and also on the Weather Channel TV right now. You can download the Weather Channel streaming app. Weather Channel streaming app. You can watch the full feed there. So if you want to watch their coverage, you can do that. Obviously, if you still have cable, you can watch there. Or you can continue to watch us right here at severeStudios.com and severeStudios on YouTube. But look at how things are going downhill rapidly in Venice at the fishing pier. And we still don't have the greatest weather going on in Englewood right now. Sergi 3, there's still sheet metal blowing around and wind and stuff ripping through the air and torrential rainfall. Don't forget there's a flash flood warning for this whole area. 6 inches has fallen, another 6 inches coming. So Englewood's still getting it, but Venice, this is new. This hasn't been like this very long. Just in the last 20 minutes or so, I would say. Wow, wait a sec. I'm going back to Englewood just for a second because there was a huge gust. Yeah, you can see there's something stuck to the camera again. A huge gust just seconds ago in Englewood. I mean, this is basically all the same area, Venice to Englewood. That's the eye wall right now, is Venice to Englewood. So these are the two cameras that we are going to watch very closely. I don't know how far up in the air number 3 is, but I don't think we're going to see any surge because, again, it's on the kind of the backside of the hurricane, so everything's blowing out to sea in Englewood. So no surge, at least not right now, in Englewood. No surge in Venice. That's all wind there. Wind and lots of it. Punta Gorda still not doing great, although I actually see some breaks in the clouds there. Could be the eye wall. Yep. Bokeelia, Pine Island in the eye right now. Boca Grande in the eye. And in Punta Gorda, we're going to see some interesting stuff here. Because we're going to see the very edge of the eye, very gusty winds, and then we might actually see it clear out. We might actually see the clear part of the eye on Sergi 8. That's going to be interesting. All right, so here's all the cameras that we need to watch right now. Looks like Sergi 3 in Inglewood is taking quite a beating and is back to non-operational, at least for a few seconds. Again, they auto-reconnect. John Humphreys has done a great job building these cameras, these remote cameras. Call them surge cams or surgies. And if there is internet available, these cameras will auto-reconnect. Lost my water. There it is. Hiding behind the bag of burgers. Let's go back to Punta Gorda here. And the surf coming off that channel there is quite strong. And those trees are whipping the most I've seen them. You can tell they are right on the edge of the eye wall. See if we can listen in just to the Punta Gorda cam once here. There it is. So this is just Sergi 8 we're going to listen to for a minute. All right, here we are at 3:42 p.m. Corey Hartman back with you from severeStudios headquarters, just spending some time thanking some people who have donated earlier via PayPal. Want to send a big thanks to Stephen, Mitchell, Mary, Lori, Harry, Anthony, Joanna, and Steve for donating to the cause here today through our PayPal. If you'd like to do that, it's info@severeStudios.com. So if you did want to do it that way, if you didn't want to use a super chat and you just wanted to use PayPal and that's easier for you, info@severeStudios.com. That's where you can send your donation. And again, super thanks to everyone who's donating, however they're doing it. The money's going to go to get these guys home, to retrieve the cameras, fix cameras, replace cameras, and pay the bandwidth charges. So again, Stephen, Mitchell, Mary, Lori, Harry, Anthony, Joanna, and Steve. Thank you so much for your PayPal donations. Also was emailing back a whole bunch of people that had emailed just to thank us for the coverage. Thank you very much for watching here this afternoon. And again, we're averaging right around 30,000 people watching, which is amazing. We're pretty close to 40,000 a little bit earlier. We appreciate you liking and sharing this and subscribing to our channel. We're going to do this more and more on YouTube. We've done live streaming of storm chasing for almost 15 years, maybe a little over 15 years. We are working with the Weather Channel, and we thank you for being here with us on YouTube. And we're going to do some more shout outs here in the chat room in just a little bit, but calling your attention to the strong winds at the Venice Fishing Pier. The strong winds a little bit further on the north side of Venice at Humphreys Park, and also Punta Gorda still getting hit pretty hard, but we're going to see the eye here in a second in Punta Gorda. Punta Gorda is on the edge of the eye, and I think Punta Gorda is going to be right in the center of the eye. I can already see some breaks in the clouds. Look at how fast the clouds are moving on Sergi 8. And if I can even find Sergi 8 here. Here we go. Leave that up for a little bit and see what we see there in Punta Gorda. So we've got we've deployed 9 cameras. 3 have conked out on us. 5 I think was blown away on Sanibel Island. 9 went under at least 12 feet of surge in Fort Myers Beach. And the other one just kind of stopped working in Manasota Key. And, we're actually not doing too bad to have 2/3 still operational with a Cat 4 150 mile per hour landfalling Hurricane Ian. All right, so the Nuka Shiner sends $5 and says, thanks for the great coverage. Other places are just doing talk and filler. Well, if I don't have anything to say, then I just turn up the live audio. My Nirvana, thank you so much. This is thanks for bringing the live coverage to us from May, Paige, Kate, Tim, and Peg. Well, thank you, May, Paige, Kate, Tim, and Peg, for the $99.99 super chat. Thank you. A few people confused as to what I'm talking about with surge cams when I say Surgy, and that's just a nickname, Surgy. S-U-R-G-I-E, Surgy, or Surge Cam. We only have 9 of them out there, so it's 1 through 9. So Surgy 8, Surgy 5, Surgy 3, whatever I'm talking about, that's what I'm talking about. Maya says the broadcast is running strong. Thank you, Maya. And Ron says thank you for the coverage. Thank you, Ron, for your $12 donation super chat. Marine Vet Mom asks, do you have a camera on Pine Island? Sadly, we do not. But I'm sure on the next one we'll be putting out even more. And of course, we're going to cover the aftermath of this too for days. Al says, great coverage. I appreciate you. Al, we appreciate you, and we appreciate your super chat. William, $1.99. Thanks, Will. Appreciate that. Colin, $1.99. Thanks to you. Break F4. Thank you for the $10. James sends a buck, and we love it. James, thank you very much. And again, this is going to everything. We have a broken vehicle. We have internet bills. We got it all really going on here. We're going to have to replace cameras, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Irene, I have sister and family in Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte. No power or internet right now. Yep, that doesn't surprise me. Irene, thank you for your donation. All right. And let's go back here. Resling says, what's cooler, frogs or dinosaurs? Well, we still have frogs, so I'm going to go with that. Eduardo, $5, says, thanks for the coverage. I see your footage on the Weather Channel. It led me to your website. Thank you, Eduardo, for being here, and thanks for the super chat. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Texas Rose. Thank you, Jason. Jason, you are fantastic. Thank you for the $49.99 super chat. And he says, thank you for keeping us informed in Bradenton. Bradenton, you are kind of lucking out. I mean, you really did luck out closer to Tampa. I mean, Bradenton, let's see what's going on there. I mean, you're going to get some eye. You're going to get the backside of the eye here in just a little bit. So here you go. Again, it's in Venice now. Is that Vamo or Vamo? I'm not 100% sure. Just south of Sarasota anyway. Sarasota Beach, Longboat Key. And then Bradenton is right up here at the top of the radar screen. So, I mean, you're going to get some, but it's only moving about 9 miles per hour, and the eye wall is about 16 to 18 miles away. So an hour and a half to 2 hours yet before the worst in Bradenton. We'll call it an hour and a half just so you have time to prepare, okay? Thanks again, Jason, for your super chat. Emily, where is Surge Cam 8? So, Surge Cam 8 is located right here. Right here near Punta Gorda, near Ponce de Leon Park. Okay, so 8 is right here, and it is on. I mean, it's still getting very, very strong winds, but it's right on the edge of the eye. And I think we're going to see the open part of the eye here on Surge 8 as we go here, which is going to be interesting. I don't know if we've ever had that on one of our remote cameras here, so that's going to be interesting. All right, thanks, Emily, for your donation, and thanks to everyone who has donated here. Gotta keep on keeping on here. Jilly Bear, thank you, Jilly Bear. Michael says, amazing coverage. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Michael. Augustus, my parents are on Sanibel Island. Yikes. Augustus, they should have evacuated, buddy. But on Sanibel Island, let's see here. Things, you're going to get the backside. Well, the back eye wall is coming through right now, which is usually not as bad as the forward flank here. The right front quadrant, you're in the rear half here. So Sanibel Island, I'd say, it's moving so slowly. Couple hours Couple hours, it'll be completely done in Sanibel, but power's going to be out for a really long time. So, you're probably not going to hear from them for a while, Augustus. Philip says, better than racing coverage. Thanks, buddy. Kay says, thanks for the excellent coverage. Hope people and pets stay safe. Brittany, thanks for the coverage from South Alabama. Kim, thank you. All right. Let's see here. Kirk, thank you. Kirk, really, really appreciate it. Stay strong, Floridians, says Kirk. And God bless family and homes in the path. Ginny, thank you for your $10. We really appreciate your donation as well. Double A Tube, thank you. Scott, thank you. Christine, thank you. Unbelievable footage, says Christine. Thank you for watching, Christine. Carrie says, thanks for the great coverage. Awesome website, awesome coverage. You are awesome, Carrie. Vince, thank you. $20. I mean, I can't tell you. Fantastic. Thank you. Michael, $20. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And $5 from Jaden Lee on behalf of his good friend Lewis. Whew. I almost caught up. Bobby Edens comes in at the last second, and Mike says, there's no way to play Frisbee in this weather. All right. Have to take a break from the chat for a little bit here and talk a little bit about what we are seeing here. We have over 800,000 people without power. 800,000 people without power in Florida. That number is only going to grow into the millions of people, millions of customers, and many, many, many people. And it could be days. Not could be. It's going to be days before power is restored in some of these areas. Okay, maybe even up to a week in some places. Maybe more than that. Let's see here. More information coming in. Punta Gorda with a 124 mile per hour gust. Okay. Yeah. That is not surprising in the least. Here it is a little bit bigger. Punta Gorda, 124 mile per hour confirmed gust. Yep, there it is right there. Happened, let's see here. 20 minutes ago? About 20 minutes ago, I think. Okay. Ian is now tied for the 4th strongest hurricane ever to make landfall in Florida. Tied for 4th. Okay, a few days ago, people were like, oh, it's only going to be a 1, maybe a 2. I'm not leaving. Well, if you're on those barrier islands, folks, oh my goodness. I mean, you know, I don't know what to say. If you don't go, you don't go. You stay there, you take your chances. We hope for the best, but you had a chance to get out. 4th, tied for 4th strongest hurricane ever to make landfall in Florida. And that's something. And you watched it live. You're still watching it live right here on severeStudios. I'm Corey Hartman. It is just about 4 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to have another update coming in from the Hurricane Center. Again, we made landfall on Cayo Costa at about 3:05 Eastern at 150 miles per hour. That's a strong Cat 4. Solid Cat 4 hurricane, and still punishing this portion of southwestern western Florida Peninsula. We still have a flash flood warning. That's no surprise. We have an extreme wind warning. That's no surprise. And obviously, the hurricane continues. Starting to see a couple concentric bands in here. So I don't know. Think things might be trying to split up a little bit now that it's over land. Just want to see what it's doing here. I'm going to put it in motion. And maybe it's just splitting into a couple of bands, but each of these portions of the former eye wall are going to have their own. They're going to have their own wind, their own troubles. So Arcadia, Wachula, Bowling Green, Avon Park. Eventually up here toward Lake Wales and Fort Meade. And even as far north as Tampa, Lakeland, and Kissimmee. If it keeps rolling here. So, all right, it looks like Remote 3 in Englewood is done for. So everyone say goodbye to Surgy 3. And I'm going to see if we have something else to replace it with. Again, the storm is over Venice right now. And here's a camera from the north side of Venice as we look to replace Surgy 3, which has gone down. It might come back, but right now it's down. So our feed from Englewood is down, and I think that would be communication towers going down, power going out, that sort of thing. So not great in Englewood. And here's a little bit further south at the fishing pier in Venice, and I see stuff blowing sideways there. Okay, so I see stuff going sideways there. So we're going to watch that one for a little bit. That seems to be where we've got the strongest winds there, and Punta Gorda still. And again, Punta Gorda is almost in the eye, so we'll see what happens there. But Venice to Punta Gorda, that's where we are having the big problems at this time. All right, so that's where we've got the strongest winds. We are watching that. We've got the rain. Rain is going sideways now at Humphreys Park in Venice, right along the channel there. The inlet, the channel. I don't know my marine terms very well, and I really should brush up on them. I got pier and hurricane, but anyway, right side of the camera here in Venice. And that's where we're at, Humphreys Park in Venice, and there's a channel there for boats and whatnot. Yesterday, people were walking right along that, going out there, checking things out. People were turning around here where these gates are. Constant stream of traffic. Haven't seen anybody there today, and that's a real good thing. All right, so again, getting ready to replace camera 3 here because it is down, I think, for good from Englewood. And so Freddie, get ready, and we are going to replace camera 3. Let's go with 6 from Siesta Key. Let's go with SurgeCam 6, which we haven't really seen too much from here so far today. From Siesta Key, Florida. And Siesta Key is up near Sarasota. I've spent some time there before. Beautiful area. Love Sarasota, love Longboat, love St. Pete, Clearwater. That whole area there, obviously, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Not so much when a hurricane is ripping through, though. So, okay, so Siesta Key, as we keep going up the coast here, and the eye wall is just about getting to Siesta Key. Freddie is updating that for me right now. That is Surgy 6. All right, and let's say hello to SurgeCam 6. And there we are from Siesta Key. So the conditions About what we're seeing on a lot of these other ones. Maybe not quite as strong as the Venice Pier right now, but that's one of the public beach accesses right there in Siesta Key. To the southwest of Sarasota. And I want to say that we are, let's see, where exactly are we here? Okay, beach access 2. Right on the tip here. Right here. That's where we are, right on the point at Siesta Key Public Beach Access 2. That's where that camera is at. So from there to where I think the core of the wind is about 8 miles. So we got an hour before the worst gets to Siesta Key. Okay. So there we are. Let's go back to Venice because these are some of the strongest winds I've seen here at the pier. And they are ripping. And what's quite surprising to me is how much wind is still in Punta Gorda, even though they're almost in the clear part of the eye. Let's see. Move this down just a bit. There we go. Fix that. All right, let's look at Punta Gorda here. I mean, according to this, well, no, okay. You got to look at the velocity here, okay? We've got some very strong winds still here, Punta Gorda, Charlotte Park. So then behind that, there's some clearing. But for right now, we've still got some very strong winds in Punta Gorda. And all you got to do is look at the velocity on the radar to see that. So that's my bad. Basically in the eye, but not the clear part. Still very, very strong winds in Punta Gorda. And very strong winds in Venice. Let's check in with our chasers. I don't think either of our chase cams are working right now. They are not, so if you thought I forgot about Jordan and John, or if you think I forgot about Scott Peak, did not forget. It's just communications are down. They're going down and they are down. So, sadly, I think we're done there. Again, this is amazing, folks. I can't tell you how actually amazing it is that these cameras are still up. John Humphreys did a great job building them. Him and Jordan deploying them yesterday, putting them in good spots, locking them down, making sure that they've got multiple internet connections, everything that's needed to pull this off. And they did it. So, Jordan and John. All right. All right, so let's see here. Punta Gorda, still gusting. They had a gust to 124, confirmed. Venice Fishing Pier, you're getting the 100 to 120, I bet, right now. The worst surge that I've seen personally on our cameras was Fort Myers Beach. And I would say 10 to 12 feet easy in Fort Myers Beach. It might be more. I can't even imagine. Took our camera underwater. That camera was 10 or 11 feet above ground, and it went underwater. It tried real hard. Number 9 to stay up. And obviously it just could not do it. But it gave a valiant effort here. But we are definitely going to be replacing some cameras. We're replacing some cameras, seeing if we can even find what's left of them, if they're still attached anywhere. And that is what we've got going on. All right, I'm going to take a quick break here, a little bit of water, and just a short little break. Maybe a bite of another burger here. Thank you for everyone who donated to the Burger Fund. That's what keeps Corey Hartman going. And we're going to listen to the storm, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes, okay? Don't go anywhere.
Alright guys, well I am here. I'm currently making me something to eat right now. This hurricane is a Cat 4, so this is some nice footage here again. Shout out to the streamer that's streaming this. severeStudios, sorry. As we speak, I got some hamburger down there. I'm making some chili, and it's going to be good. It might have a little kick to it though, but it's still going to be good. I'm gonna stream for about another 30 minutes or so. I don't know. We'll see. I could just leave it up since people's coming back and forth. I'll probably just leave it up. I can leave it up all day if I wanted to. So we'll see. We shall see how everything looks. And I will be going on and off as well, guys. So, like I said, I'm making some chili, and I will be back again. Make sure you smack that like button, subscribe if you're new, and thanks for tuning in.
All right, everyone, we are back. It is 4:11 Eastern Time. Corey Hartman here from severeStudios.com headquarters, and we are watching a time lapse that the Weather Channel is showing right now from our camera 9 in Fort Myers Beach, Florida, as the debris and everything else came up and up and up and over the top of our camera, and there goes the yellow slide, the yellow playground equipment that went flying, and the winds came up, the surge came up, and completely overtook our camera, Surge Cam 9. Again, they've got that time lapse on the Weather Channel right now, and Dr. Nab and Bettis are talking about it here. You can see the camera gets hit a bunch of times with debris and everything else, and well, there it was. So that was something. And again, our media partner is the Weather Channel for Hurricane Ian. We thank them for their support, and we thank you for your support as we continue to watch Punta Gorda just continue to get pummeled here. I thought they were getting close to the eye. They are close to the eye, but they are still getting some of the worst winds I've seen so far on this camera. So surprising me just a little bit here. And Port Charlotte, obviously, across the bay, not doing much better. Venice, not doing much better. And coming up soon, coming up next, is going to be Siesta Key, up towards Sarasota. That's where things are kind of heading right now. Okay, up here near Sarasota, Siesta Key, right here. And the eye wall, about 45 minutes to an hour away from Siesta Key. That's next. Over 1 million people now without power in Florida. 1.03 million people now without power in Florida. And again, that number is going to continue to climb. It just is. Again, Hurricane Ian made landfall as a Category 4 near Cayo Costa, Florida, with 150 mile per hour winds. Pressure was 940 millibars. It's currently up to 942 millibars, and the winds have come down to about 145. That is as of the 4 p.m. Eastern update. So again, sustained winds at 145, gusts, of course, much higher than that, are possible. And the worst part of the storm has basically already gone through Naples, Florida. Saw some flooding video from there that was outrageous. Cars up to the roofs. It's gone through Bonita Springs, Fort Myers Beach, obviously, we've talked about. Sanibel Island here, which we've talked about. We had cameras in both of those locations, which are both non-operable at the moment. And Cape Coral, Fort Myers itself, that is basically where the worst has passed. I'm not saying you're done, because you still have the eye of a Cat 3-4 hurricane here. But the northeastern portion, the north and northeastern portion of any landfalling hurricane is where the worst wind is going to be. So again, we're not completely done. We're getting done in Naples. Naples, things are going to start to get better, and then of course the cleanup begins behind this thing as it drifts to the north at 9 miles per hour. Want to thank everyone who has watched in the severeStudios YouTube here today. And we want to thank a whole bunch of people who have given a whole bunch of dollars here. And a big thank you to Carol Hageman. Carol Hageman, thank you very much. And she says she appreciates us keeping her up to date on Englewood via Cam 3. Well, thank you for watching, Carol. Again, May, Paige, Kate, Tim, and Peg, collectively, thank you for watching. Jason, again, thank you for watching. Again, Bradenton, it's heading your direction here. Metro Storm Chaser, thank you, Corey. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Metro Storm Chaser. Thomas says, phenomenal coverage. You definitely earned a new subscriber. Thanks, Thomas. And we do appreciate you subscribing. Jay Cazell, our buddy Jay Cazell, gives $20, and thanks, Jay. He's a severeStudios OG. He's a severeStudios OG. Cody said, is there GPS trackers on the cameras? No, but we probably should have. We might add that for the next time around. Of course, we hope that they stay where we put them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. I'm sure we will lose one or two. Let's see here. That's Cody. Cody, thank you for the $5. Tom Stevens Tom, thank you very much for your donation here this afternoon. Let's see. Just reading. How long till Punta Gorda's in the eye? I mean, technically it is. Technically it is. Let's see. Andy D says, thank you for the great coverage. I have a home in Port Charlotte, and you guys have the best coverage out there. Thank you, Andy, and thank you for sharing it on your social media. $20 from Andy. Thanks. Yes, it is still a Cat 4. Somebody, as I scroll, asked that. Richard, thank you. Cat 4. It never went Cat 5, and it's actually decreasing a little bit, but still a solid Cat 4 as of the last update. Oaken, couple bucks. Wish I could donate more. Oaken from Maine, and we appreciate you, buddy. We appreciate you a ton. Haley, Reagan, and Sage appreciates y'all, and we appreciate you three for watching. When will Venice be in the clear? A long time yet. Couple hours yet, okay? Couple 2-3 hours yet in Venice. And thank you for the donation, B. Mike Perry, $1.99, says, do work, and we are doing some work here. All right, let's see here. 18 to 21 feet of storm surge was, yep, that's what somebody, that's what the NHC, National Hurricane Center, was predicting. I think we can verify at least 13. Natalie, $5, praying for my elderly parents in Venice. I really wish they would have or could have left. Really wish they could have left, Natalie. Let's see here. Let's get back to the most recent here. P says, thank you so much from Gardner, Florida. The storm is coming my way, and I appreciate your coverage. That's Pat. Pat says, here's $50. And Pat, we love you for it. Thank you so much, and be safe there in Gardner. And Barbara sends $50 and says, thank you, and we say thank you to you too, Barbara. I bet you're Barb. Barbara. Or Babs or Bobby. My mom was Barbara, so I'm just giving you a hard time. Thank you for your $50. Really do appreciate it. George, couple bucks. Is the worst over for Fort Myers area? It's getting there, but yes, the absolute worst is over. Someone says, are you using PepWave equipment? No, we are not. Again, Pat, thank you for the $50. Thomas, thank you for the $50. You guys are something else, really. You guys are fantastic. There's another one. $50 from Danny. Danny, you rock. You absolutely rock. What about Tampa? Well, Tampa's not getting what we thought Tampa was going to get.
Well, alright everyone, I'm about to get ready to close this down here. Exactly at 2 hours, so this has been a decent stream. If you are watching this later, make sure you smack that like button, share this out, and also if you want to continue to watch this, check out severeStudios YouTube channel. It is in my description below, so check him out. Shout out to him again. And other than that, guys, for the ones that's living in Florida, hope you guys are staying safe. Hope you guys left all this stuff, because this is crazy. You gotta be crazy to stay home in this type of weather. Apparently, there's a lot of people's parents that stayed because old people are stubborn, and they tend to stay and defend their castle. I guess it's just something that they do. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and I'll check you guys on the next one. Deuces.